Summer Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed, baby. Now, yeah, unfortunately, this is a BTBG video. So, get ready. What we've heard of late is the #1 pound for pound undisputed champion, Terence Bud Crawford. Still undefeated, by the way, after all these damn years. Right? Is being ordered by the WBO to fight Alexis Rocha. Alexis Rocha is 22-1 with 14 KOs. Pretty bad boy. Southpaw. He beat, took the O from your boy Blair Cobbs, right? And Blair Cobbs is a pretty good damn fighter, let's be real. But he lost to Rashidi Ellis, right? Lost to Rashidi Ellis, unanimous decision loss. And by the way, Rashidi Ellis beat Villa. I watched him. He didn't get that decision over Villa, but that's another video. Anyway, the bottom line is Terence Crawford is ordered from the WBO. Now, I don't like that ordered part, right? What we got too much in boxing right now is these great, awesome fighters, right, are being avoided by the mandatories, right? The mandatory gets in the mandatory position and decides he's too hard, I'm not going to fight him, right? And in this case, we have 19-0 with 19 KOs, 100% KO ratio. Virgil Ortiz has avoided Terence Crawford on 2 occasions, as is mandatory. His reward is to go to the WBO and fight for the interim title with your boy Staniosis, what his name is, I forget, my bad, Staniosis, right? That's his reward. But Crawford's reward is to be ordered to fight the next guy. Now, I'm just going to say this. Champions who get avoided should be rewarded, right? With 2 things. One, it should be a press statement coming out where they told the Twitter, everywhere, Instagram, mainstream media have to come out and say that mandatory did not fight this champion. So it's everybody knows it, right? That has to happen. The other thing is that champion needs to get a voluntary fight because the next guy was going to wait for the fight anyway, right? So he gets a voluntary after that. There has to be some type of reward for a champion that's so awesome that a mandatory doesn't fight him. You guys know mandatories are the loudest people in boxing in most cases, but for these awesome champions, it happens every time, right? That's one thing that has to happen because, the only reward these awesome champions have that the mandatories won't fight is who you fought, right? And yes, they happen to be black guys most of the time. I don't know any other case. Devin Haney's mandatory and Ryan Garcia didn't fight him. He's rewarded with big fights with Gervonta Davis, and people ignore that he just didn't fight his mandatory. Devin Haney's fight is against Lomachenko, and it's under the radar almost in comparison to Ryan Garcia's fight is called big. And he avoided him. You see what I'm saying? People try to act like they don't know that. Jaime Munguia won't fight Demetrius Andrade. Was his mandatory, right? They just didn't care about that. He did that over 2 years, and then Demetrius Andrade was mandated to fight the next guy when he should have been able to take voluntaries, right? Who else did that? I said Jaime Munguia, my man. Somebody else didn't. Virgil Ortiz didn't fight Terence Crawford, and now we have this situation right here, right? And that's what I'm just saying. That's not the way this should be going. These fighters, these brothers are getting avoided, are obviously awesome fighters, and these mandatories get to do this to these brothers, and the brothers are still in low-profile fights, can't get fights, should fight for $200,000 and share it with the other guy, while these other guys are making millions. Shoot, Jake Paul and them made millions. Jake Paul can barely fight. He's, for a normal guy, he's a pretty good fighter, but for a boxer, no. He's making 30 damn million on a fight. Tommy Fury making 7 million. These dudes, we can't get none of them. Demetrius Andrade is better than everybody, right? Canelo Alvarez can request to fight a Makabu. Requested to fight Makabu. Wanted to fight Makabu in the cruiserweight division to get a cruiserweight championship. Instead of saying Marius Brides, the guy who beat Marius Brides from the Southern Hemisphere, I forget his name, starts with an O, Southpaw bad boy. or Dorticus. No, Makabu. That's who he wanted to fight. He requested to fight Yildirim instead of all those guys in the 168-pound division. David Benavidez, David Morrell, those kind of guys. He asked to fight Yildirim. He's intrigued by fighting John Ryder now. Right? Oh, I asked to fight Rory Fielding. You see what I'm saying? This is and his fights, I'm gonna make 30 million. Right? We sit back and watch that. Canelo Alvarez has never ever in his whole career chased a hard fight. Chased. Don't say Floyd Mayweather, please. Floyd Mayweather was damn 15, 20 pounds lighter than him, and he can get a lot of money doing that. Right? No. Don't say Lara, because Lara chased him. Who hard has Canelo ever chased? Hard. Right? But he's making all this money. Like I say, these champs needs to be rewarded. These mandatory challengers need to get some kind of penalty for being a mandatory who worked his way up and didn't fight these guys. Because at the end of the day, these are brothers what this has happened to. Give me a champion that's not of color, that's his mandatory didn't fight him. Because I don't know. I mean, I don't know every damn thing. I ain't going to act like I do. But I don't know one right now where the champion was not of color, wasn't a black guy, and he gets a mandatory, and the mandatory says, nah, I better not fight him. I'm going to go do something else. And then gets rewarded on top of it. Give it to me so I don't have to have this on. BTBG, right? Let's go this way. BTBG, right? See what I'm saying? Bud Crawford. And there's another thing I'm going to say, too, while I'm here complaining, right? People doing videos about Alexis Rocha and Bud Crawford, right? So hell-bent on saying something negative about your boy Bud Crawford that they won't even mention the fact that Virgil Ortiz avoided him. A fighter of the level, the caliber of Virgil Ortiz just avoided him twice. And I know they know it. Talking about steal with Crawford's business moves. I just made 10 million. I'm undisputed, #1 pound for pound. That's my business. Manny Pacquiao don't want to fight me, but will fight everybody else. But everybody's scared of his well-being when he fights me. That's my business. The only thing that you can say that with Terence Crawford, the only thing he has that you can accuse him of, the same with Demetrius Andrade, is they're awesome. And awesome and being black means you're a hard sell. Let's be real, people. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm out of here, y'all. This way. BTBG. It is what it is.